I say, you appear to be ready for advancement. In order to know balance, you will need to know of the other schools first. Learn about the schools of fire, ice, and storm from their representatives. Only by knowing the edges will you find the center of things. Toodles!
You want to know about fire? Well, for starters, it's the most powerful school. Its magic is derived from the dragons that ruled in the time of Titans. Before the dragons could destroy the giants by melting them into the sea, the great tree and great raven put them into a magical slumber. If you ever decide to join a real school, not saying that balance is all that bad, consider fire, but only if you want to join the best. Hi, I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the Golem Tower.
Are you kidding? Storm is the most powerful of the schools. Back in the First Age, the Tritons practically drowned all the dragons by themselves. If Bartleby hadn't stopped them, well, there wouldn't be any fire school. But you won't hear Falmea speak of that. Life, death, and myth, they have their good points. But to watch Professor Baelstrom cast a Stormzilla, well, you know Storm is to be feared. Busy here. Can you come back later?
You ask what is so exciting about the ice school? Well, when I was a young girl, I loved the wintertime and played in the snow. So going to the ice school was only natural. But in later years, I grew to learn how powerful ice was. Did you know the great raven caused the giants to slumber and turn into the glaciers? With the force of giants behind our school, I don't have to boast about how powerful our magic is. I have never regretted the day I started here.
So, you have spoken with the representatives of the Fire, Ice, and Storm schools. You noticed how they all claim to be the best school, didn't you? Well, they all speak the truth in their own way. Each school has its advantages, but each school also has its own disadvantages. But balance draws on elements from each of the other schools, incorporating bits and pieces to fill in the gaps between them. Visit the pond in the commons. Stand in the water and absorb what it has to teach you. Believe it or not, you will receive enlightenment.
As you stare into the water, you become aware of a great power building in the area.
Greetings, student of balance. It is wise for you to reflect upon the lessons of water. It can take many states and assume great power in both storm and ice. Water can be very destructive, eroding away both metals and mountains. It also holds great power in the way in which all life requires it. Though water has great power in the waves of an ocean, it can also achieve a calm serenity, such as in this simple pond. Reflect upon the lesson and become like water. You too can achieve balance, my friend.
So, you were visited by a minion of balance. Smashing! It seems you have completed your first assignment, young wizard.
One of my guards, Private Quinn, sent a message asking for aid. Can't spare any men, but maybe you can help. He's on...
Hey, you there. Can you give an old soldier a hand? I'm Private Quinn. I was planning to meet some Fire Elf friends here, but they didn't show up. They like to have their fun with me sometimes, but with all that's happening, would you check on them for me? Head over to Fire Globe Theater where they live and see if they're all right. I'll wait here in case they arrive before you do. You're back! Let me guess. They were playing a prank on me.
Private Quinn falls ashen when you tell him about the Fire Elves.
Oh no, that's no prank. You don't know them like I do. Something horrible must have happened to the Fire Elves. Once, a Fire Elf saved my life with an arrow. His name was Phoebo. He said, "We're friends forever because their magic connects everything they touch." That's it. Bring me their arrows, and we can find out what happened to them. You'll have to duel a few of them first. Great. Thanks for doing this for the Fire Elves. If the Fire Elves are cursed or enchanted, I'd bet my life they are. This arrow should reveal who did it. Greta Darkkettle used to teach alchemy at the school. She might help if you bring her the arrow.